it's very upright, and it's not the handlebars making that upright movement. It's not the handlebars moving toward you, but it's just the overall geometry and architecture of the bike. But again, thinking about it now with my background in technical shit, I would say na it's better pala if it's much lower, kasi that's a lower center of gravity, it's lower weight, down low. It's just the handlebars that are moving towards you to give you better leverage, and that does give you better leverage. So sorry about that, but yeah, moving on. We're just gonna take this nice and slowly. Alright, you guys can see me. What's up? So we're here in, I always say Vespa Moto Italia because that's what they're called on Google Maps, but this is actually Auto Hub Group Moto Italia, Triumph, Vespa, and I'm not sure, I see Aprilia there, so I bet they have Aprilia as well. Pero it used to just be Triumph and Vespa. So Triumph here, Vespa is actually on the other side. Same property, same service area, but Vespa is with a different entry point, a different door. So this is the door for Triumph, and this is their Scrambler 1200 XC. So this is the sportier oriented version, and it's got a key fob. I'm not gonna show you the key fob now because it's in my pocket. I've turned it on. It's a key fob that you can actually activate on or off. Start the bike. One would do that. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's the right button to press. Make sure it's in neutral. It is in neutral. There's no neutral besides the neutral here on the dash, so you kind of have to wait for the dash to load up. Let's see if it will start without clutching in. It will not start without clutching in. So we'll put kickstand up. Ooh, very nice sounding one. So yeah, that's the problem we kind of thought we'd be having with the Scrambler, not the exhaust. But the other problem is it's freaking loud. It's very upright. I had expected something lower. I had expected something, what you would say, sportier for 1200 cc's. But again, it is a Scrambler. But I do like na what's upright is the bike itself and not just the handlebars, because with the Scrambler of the other brand with the Ducati Scrambler, they have these really high bars. I mean, I probably would say this is the same height as those Scrambler bars, like visually, like from the floor. This would be the height of the Scrambler bars, the stock ones, the ones that are high. It's just that the whole tank and everything and the triple trees around this high. So with this model, with this bike, there's a lot of triple tree, there's a lot of height. Let's go to the challenge of getting into neutral. So just like that, we're in neutral. It was actually much quicker than the reaction of the screen. So the screen does have some delay. With startup, you have to wait for the screen to let you know if you're in neutral or not. Well, besides the fact that you can push the bike forward and aft. But yeah, getting into neutral, it's also something that I would say it has some delay. I did not ask if there was a quick shifter, and I'm gonna try now if there's a quick shifter, and there's no quick shifter. I love the sound. I must say, I love the sound. I'm not putting any throttle on that, and it's just doing its thing. Woohoo! Shit! Holy crap! I don't even know what mode I'm on, but holy crap! That second gear, that was like, there was a bit of suspension movement, and man, I don't want to say that that's what's making you feel that this bike is aggressive, the suspension movement, because it definitely was quick. Let's try and change the mode. I'm not sure what changed. Oh, okay, there we go. So it's on road now. So it's those things there, but it kind of disappears. It turns into like a fuel gauge. But over there at the top left corner, it has a road sign. It has a road icon. I mean, like a road, not like some kind of a single track or farm road, but like a road with like lines on it. This sounds so cool! That sounds so wicked. Oh, this is gonna be fun tomorrow, man. They're gonna get fucking whipped, guys. throttle, that was full throttle right there, and it's a very short throttle. I mean, I came from the Duke 390 and that thing just had a noodle for a throttle. I don't know where the light is. Is this the light? Nope. Okay, that's not sure what light that is. That's low beam. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely feeling the exhaust now. I have big thighs, as you can see. I have big thighs, and you know, I was trying out the other Scrambler model, the lower CC Scrambler model, and that had more of my thigh up against that heat shield. Jesus Christ, that's hot. That's hot. Hindi pa ako napapaso, pero it's definitely not comfortable. I have 20 kilometers range apparently. Gotta stretch my legs a bit. The standing position on this thing is superb. If we don't take into account that part where there's an exhaust on your calf, but besides the exhaust on the calf, really good standing up position. Makes you wanna scramble. But yeah, what else can we say? Let's talk about. Can't really talk about the gauge because I don't want to be looking at the gauge. But yeah, let's talk about the gauge. We've got 7,000 RPM red line. The tachometer is like up until 8,000, but yeah, 7,000 red line. Over on the right, it's all LCD dashes. I'm not seeing any. Oh yeah, of course, the fuel light is your usual check engine light kind of vibe, the low fuel light, so that's pretty standard. But as far as this area of the screen, they're all LCDs. The horn is weird. The horn sounds weird. Wow, that's an exhaust. Oh, that's so hot. Okay, blips fairly well. I mean, it's not a high revving motorcycle, so the blips aren't really a lot. I mean, alright, so right now we're in 2000 RPM now. We take it off a clutch. So the blip is like 500 RPM of increase, but man, does it make a sound. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. We're gonna do a tunnel run. That's so cool. There's no overruns and shit. You know how some motorcycles, when you put them to the red line and then beyond, it's like you get like a drop of power, it like dips. Here it's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah, okay. Balance out of the box. I mean, just sitting on it, I'd say balance is pretty good. Weight is pretty centered. I'm not getting any heaviness on either of the sides. Engaging neutral in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, the gears will have to turn first before the bike says you're on neutral. Let's turn it off. Okay, so that's how you turn it off. You like press it that way. This is how you open the gas tank. It's like you're pressing this latch, so very vintagey. And then you twist. And then what do you do, bro? What do you do from this point? You merely twist the proper way around. Okay, so we just wait for our guy. Hopefully there's Gcash. She's pretty dirty. Actually, she's very dirty. I'm not going to try and clean her up. It's the night time. Let's talk about it. Yeah, there's RFIDs over there, which I will not use because I'm not gonna go anywhere north or south. It's got a good amount of gunk on it. The gas cap, I like it because it locks without the key. So the key is in my pocket. Make sure that is the case. I got the Scrambler 1200 graphic. That's a lot of graphics going on before it tells me that I'm in neutral, which it is not, by the way. Okay, prime it. So there's reluctance to... It's not going to lift the front wheel up. That's something that it wouldn't do on first gear. I mean, I was very aggressive with that throttle. That was very Vespa-y in my throttle. That was Vespa-like throttle activity that I gave it, and yeah, nothing. The clutch is very light, which makes all of this maneuvering much easier. Although I would say there's a lot of throttling up and throttling down that's happening. I don't have throttle input, and there happens to be some revving of the engine. And I mean, for for the for the sensitivity of that clutch, for the lightness and sensitivity that comes with it. I think that behavior of the engine is making it a bit scary. It makes you feel like the bike is unpredictable, the engine's unpredictable, just cause you have that involuntary engine throttling or involuntary climbing of the revs. So our range is 16 kilometers. I don't think I'm gonna be going that far before getting gas. I have to say, I just love that position. I'm just loving this position. I'm also loving the grunt from that engine. It's like, a lot of grunt coming from the engine, and I'm very happy to report that hindi nagkukulang. Hindi kulang. And that rev, there's something about that rev that it lingers. The RPM lingers. It's not like it doesn't automatically come down. I mean, that's something that I like on some bikes, but I would say that's not something that I need from this bike. Again, it's not a track monster. So I like how this bike is like, you can put it in lazy gear and then you can open the throttle and you can just hear that beautiful Triumph noise. There's a lot of bike behind me. What a good time to talk about the modes. Okay, so we've got road, which we are in now. Oh, there's sport. So it moves it into the middle. So there's off-road, there's rider, there's rain. Let's go to sport because we were in road. That's I think why we weren't getting any what I'd call wheelies wheelies off of this thing. It's weird because it hasn't activated, but it's showing sport. It's also showing right at the I think I have to select it. Okay, no. Yep, okay. Yeah, we've selected sport, and yeah, it she does wheelie, bro. Just gonna make a quick stop at our favorite tambayan, of course. Alright, how does it handle this bump? Standing up very easily, of course. That sounds so good. It is very agile. Let's see who's in Moto Street. I think I know who that guy is. Okay, 10 kilometers range. It's nice to note. Let's turn this off. Damn, man. Okay, it's not the gas station. You should be doing review and showing people around the bike. It should be a nice place. So yeah, let's just go around the bike quickly. So this is really the pièce de résistance. This is the side the Triumph designers would like you to be looking the bike through. Third quarter angle. And yes, it does look menacing. So yeah, let's start up at the front. The most protruding edge of the bike is the tire, so it's got knobby tires. Of course, Scrambler. We've got the spoked wheels. So spoked wheels are much easier to maintain. I mean, not much cheaper to maintain. If you break it, you can just either change the rim, you can change out the spokes if something breaks off-road, and they offer a lot of compliance. Most of the times, they are expensive. On them are two rotors, not the biggest, but they are ample for the activities that this bike is doing. Yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, it just looks small because the tires are, or the wheel is quite big. But it does have Brembos. So, Brembos over there, and it does have these steel braided looking lines, but there's some kind of antennae-ish and unclean look about them. It's like they could just get snagged somewhere, or someone could just pull on them. But again, these are brake lines, so you're not going to be chopping those off. For the suspension, let's look at the suspension. It is yeah, so inverted shock. Are they adjustable? Yes, as you can see, they have adjustment over there. Brand, there are no brands that are actually showing on them. So they've got guards here for that suspension set. Okay, next we'll move on to this fender. So it does have a fender. It's nice and shiny gloss black, which accents well with these nice gloss but brushed aluminum forks. So we've got this headlight cluster with the signal. So it's got this machined or cast piece of aluminum, maybe. yeah, probably aluminum, but it houses these mounts for the turn signals for these lights. As you can see, we've got RFIDs on them. Next, we go to the spaghetti that I was talking about earlier. So these are the wires, so we can't really do anything about that. That's shown in all the scramblers apparently, with the Ducati and everything that's a scrambler. Basically, they don't have like these nice tucked in places for wiring. The back of the LCD, it does look kind of nice. For the back of LCDs, I would say these look pretty good, probably adjustable because of all of those with all of those joints. We've got here some, what are these, lever guards. So these are lever guards, very off-road, and these are metal. These are metal. They have been dropped. This bike has been dropped quite a bit, as you can see. We haven't dropped it, we haven't turned off the camera, so wala tayong sala dyan. Just checking. Yeah, we're still here. Okay, so this is a riser, and we have the handlebars, not too high. I would say this is more of an enduro handlebar, so I really like that. It's very upright, and it's not the handlebars making that upright movement. It's not the handlebars moving toward you, but it's just the overall geometry and architecture of the bike. But again, thinking about it now with my background in technical shit, I would say na it's better pala if it's much lower, kasi that's a lower center of gravity, it's lower weight, down low. It's just the handlebars that are moving towards you to give you better leverage, and that does give you better leverage. So sorry about that, but yeah, moving on. So let's talk about the controls, since we're already here. We're just gonna take this nice and slowly. So we have here the clutch. It's cable actuated, very light, adjustable, yes. Over at the other side, we've got Brembo Master, very nice feel, very strong brake. I mean, quite strong brakes. Throttle, very digital. It does have a bit of play, but that's very industry standard. Over here, you have your first of the clusters, and you have the home button to get you to the menu. This will turn the bike on. You hold it, because this is keyless. Again, this is keyless, but you will see here that there's a place where you can put a key that's to lock the steering. But yeah, that's how long it takes for the computer to get started. And you hold again, and it will tell you good evening and goodbye. To start it, you will just go down to prime and then hold down to start. You'll need to clutch in for that. Okay, over here we've got a hazard switch. Okay, next up here on the left side control switch, so you've got your high beam, low beam over here. So it doesn't push out, it's just a passing light. These are your fog lights, I would say, yeah, because they look like fog lights of my car. This is that's a limiter. That's some kind of limiter slash you call this cruise control. Yeah, cruise control. Here is your high beam, low beam. Okay, so it's a different kind of switch, but yeah, it works. This will toggle through your modes, so you just press this and your modes will be here. It just changes it out. Over here is your light and left turn signal. Middle will turn it off. Here we have a 5-axis button. He calls it the 5-axis button. So it's down, up, down, left, right, and push. Of course, you've got your nice cutie pie horn. Okay, so we're done. We've got the side mirrors. They look pretty okay for the bike. They look bagay. Moving on. So we take a step back. Let's go to the more popular side of the bike. So the bike is 1200. I'm not sure of the exact CC. I'm gonna put that there. Power figure, then torque, Newton meters. But yeah, what we can see is we have 2 cylinders. They are parallel twins, and they exhaust over there, over at your right thigh. But don't worry, there are a lot of heat shielding. I mean, it gets warm. Definitely, it is a hot pipe over there. It does get warm. So you have to make sure that your back ride knows what they're doing. Actually, we'll get to that later, but actually there's no back ride capability on this motorcycle. Let's go back. Okay, we're here now at the radiator. So this tells you that the engine is water cooled. However, there are fins on the engine block itself to help cooling. Also, you can see those fins right at the exhaust. So the headers are the exhaust. That's the thing with this kind of scrambler. Over there we've got, I'm not sure if this is aftermarket, if this is stock, but that's your mud guard, kind of bash guard for off-roading, under tray, under guard, whatever they call it. Okay, so we've got the rear brake. So this is the foot peg situation. It's nice and sharp, nice for your boots. Got a lot of guard over there. Yeah, it's very upright. It's not sporty. You would usually see sporty over here, but yeah, you all know what's going to happen if you get too close. Okay, we're already here. Yeah, the exhaust, you've got that heat shielding, but yeah, definitely. Okay, so it's not hot. Yeah, It's plastic. This part is plastic. It doesn't get hot. It's an insulator. So they've done modifications to this thing. That's why it sounds like that. Suspension. Öhlins, baby. We've got Öhlins. So these are Öhlins that are specially designed for this Scrambler 1200. I think this is stock. So we've got a switch here and we've got a switch here. So not entirely sure with this exact system, but yeah, we'll try and fiddle with this tomorrow. But yeah, a nice beefy swing arm, very space age. It's not very classic looking, but it kind of melds with the tubularness of everything, with the exhaust. So yeah, I'm not gonna fault that. We've also got the drive side over here at the side. So very different, because most bikes that I've ridden have their chain on the left side. This one has it on the right. Since we're already here, we've got the passenger seat right here. But as you can see, there are no passenger foot pegs because they're going to get burnt. I don't know why. But we've got a handle here for whoever wants to like ski at the back. But yeah, whatever. Mud guard and this like turn signal. Yeah, there's no brake light here. This is the brake light. So this is your turn signals, and we've got a plate. So it's nice that this is registered. This is a demo bike, but it's registered. Okay, so we're moving on to the other side. Let's start at the front. You can see again more of those fins for the cooling of the engine. That side of the crash guard. This bike has been dropped quite a bit. So as you can see, so Triumph, that was not me. I did not crash. This is a one-shot tuloy-tuloy video, and that's not me. That's damage. This is your nice large beefy transmission. It's got 6 gears, no quick shifter, but that's not something you really have on these types of motorcycle. More Scrambler 1200 XC decals over there. And yeah, I think it's on this side, it's more pronounced that the swing arm doesn't really look the part. I mean, it's nice and futuristic, it's nice and technologically advanced. I would say it's using modern materials in modern construction. It's modern construction, but again, it doesn't quite really fit for me. Again, the Öhlins, nice and dirty, and it's got that cover. Of course, the Brembo on the rear, pretty beefy for the rear, but that's something that we come to expect with these heavier bikes. They really want you to also use the rear. So we've seen a brand for those spoked wheels. So it's Aront. Yeah, so it's Aront spoked wheels, and on them are Pirelli Scorpion Rally STRs on the back, and I would hope that they have the same Pirelli Scorpion, yeah, Rally STRs in the front. So very good that they have matching tires. Of course, demo bike, you don't want people crashing. So yeah, wow, that's a lot. Let's talk about the key nga pala. Quickly. Okay, this is the key. This is her. So yeah, so we've got this for the grass cap, and of course, if you want to try and lock the bike, you can like do that. Oh shit. What? Okay, that's for that. And of course for the gas cap, which I show you guys there. I didn't show you. I did show you when I tried to gas up, but I hold it. It was green, diba? So it turned red. So red means it's off. So this thing nalolobat daw to apparently. According to Miguel, this thing goes low bat. To turn it on, you hold it until it's green. So that lets you know that the bike can be turned on. Okay. So let's try turning it off. We'll make it red. Okay, now we'll try to start it. Nothing. We're not getting anything, right? We're getting that right, we turn it on now. Okay, then we turn the bike on there. Once the bike is on, tells you how much the bike has ridden. That's a lot of graphic. Okay, now that's prime, that's the prime, so you can hear that fuel pump ongoing. As you can see, here is our dash. So we've got low oil pressure, ABS light. I'm not sure what comes up here. This is the fuel and this check engine. Here we have the mode, which is sport. We've got an icon here that tells us we are low fuel. We have here our fuel, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. We have now here fuel low. This are kilometers per liter. This is active while you're riding. Over here tells you your range. So 10 kilometers, still I am bingo fuel. And of course, as you can see, we've got our tachometer. We've got our tachometer over there giving us 8,000 RPM, but redlining at 7. But they have this line that just tells us that red line's at 6. I'm not entirely sure. And something that says okay. And of course the time. And it is 6:10 p.m. Okay, let's start it up. Of course, kanina pa hinintayan. Starting. Oh yeah, you have to pull the clutch. Yeah. So very sexy, very nice. Show you the lights. This is passing light. As you can see, it holds. Actually, just pressed it and it holds. And then it's not like hold to pass, it's more of like high beam is activated by that. Yeah, so very dirty, very nice Scrambler 1200 XC. I cannot wait to push this bike tomorrow. I'm gonna take this bike to Thursday GP of all places. No, thank you very much, Triumph Philippines. It is a pretty big bike. I'm gonna put it beside someone else's bike. But yeah, that's it. Ciao. Bye. Wow, the bike is looking really nice with like that sweaty look, medyo wet look ang tawagin. Batsy na tayo kasi mukha namang hindi dadayuhin today kasi first of all, it's a Wednesday. Actually hindi, last Wednesday maraming tao. So let's see, if the rain gets any better, I might come back. But for now, I'm gonna get dinner. Oh shit, I turned it off. There's like a learning curve to this thing, no? Hello, let's wake up. Scrambler 1200. Alright, we're squeezing around through traffic. Yeah, okay, I'll give it a pass. Alright, so let's look at the consumption, no? With this throttling along at first gear, it's 11 kilometers per liter. So hopefully that improves, because that's very heavy. Third gear, barely any throttle. We're getting 16, 19, 21 kilometers per liter. Oh shit! Ha! That was so hot. Okay, don't seat far back and rest your leg out. Don't do that, my friend. With this bike, I think we have to learn to rest on your left side because damn, that's fucking hot, man. Not sure what exactly I hit, but I think I left residue on that pipe.
Zombie apocalypse.